Hello friends, Suzanne here. Welcome to another Funfold Friday video on my YouTube channel and blog. For today's project, I am featuring the Round We Go bundle. So it's a stamp set and some dies, and the dies are really cute. And I thought about making that sort of a pinwheel, I don't know what it's called, like a flower. But for this Funfold, I need everything to be flat. So I do have a PDF with this particular build on my blog. You're more than welcome to pop by and download it. The direct link is in the description box below. But of course, it will just feature this picture with, not really a lot of extra supplies. So I'll describe the supplies that I'm using. So for the white card, it's just a basic white, this is thick card. And I just cut the flower and then the circle impression. So this is Pool Party, and I'm going to make one, I think this is the... It's not the scalloped die, it's more pointy, if that makes sense. It's more jagged as opposed to scalloped, or pointy, if you will. And then these two pieces, they are Basic Beige and Pool Party, and I am going to cut out the starburst or flower if you want to describe it that way. And there's a little circle impression. So it's a circle die that has a impression on it. And these are all adhesive backed. So I'm going to stick them together and I'm going to share with you what it looks like. So the beige goes over the Pool Party. And I removed the release paper. It was hard going for this one. And, every once in a while you have a die that sort of, especially with the adhesive sheet on it, gives you a bit of trouble. So I only press the middle down. I didn't do anything else because I'll have to adjust it in a little bit. So I'm just using my Seal Plus, which is my favorite strong adhesive on the back side of that basic white card. And then I'm going to offset the pointy business around the edges. Me describing this is ridiculous. All right. And I needed to make everything flat. So I did, I thought about putting this one on dimensional, but this is going to go on our bookmark. So I needed it flat because you can't have anything overly bulky inside a book. So this is a basic white card, stamping weight. I brought in my little, this is a grid mat, just a paper mat that sometimes I use to pull in when I need to ink up. And so that was Pool Party stamped off and Basic Beige regular strength. And I'm going in with Misty Moodlight for the greeting. And I just writing or stamping happy birthday. And I was thinking there's just a little room for you to write your greeting. And of course you don't have to have a mat. I'm using the paper called, hang on, let me get it. It is called the Countryside Woods 12 by 12. And again, I have all the dimensions on my blog. For this, it's like a teeny tiny card that's going to be stuck on top of just a plain flat quarter panel, and then we're going to adhere or put the bookmark on there. So we're going to design this card so the card remains pretty whilst the book card or the bookmark is off, but it also adds to the design when the bookmark is on. So hopefully you can follow me here. And again, I have all the, the PDF for everything on my blog. So I'm putting this extra little piece. I quite like this board. It's a very interesting colorway, and I really did enjoy the some of the wood panels in this Country Woods paper. And again, you know, this is annual catalog, so there's still time to get this paper at 15% off. So I backed that with a little strip of Pool Party, and then I just put it probably about a eighth of an inch up from the bottom. So I am going to show you a mistake. I could have redid this whole section, but I chose not to. I will show you my little error and how to fix it. So I inked up with Pool Party, and then I sponged on this Misty Moonlight. The colors go really well together. I wanted the ombre, and I stamped down, and because I am trying to keep I can give you a million excuses. I just stamped this crooked. So I'm going to fix it at the very end of the video. So if you're finding that crooked sentiment drives you nuts, let me tell you, it's much worse for me when I put my shoddy work on the videos. So I had to fix it, and I will. So I removed the release paper of the Pool Party. The one thing that I really like about the adhesive sheet is that it's sticky, but it gives you a minute. So I took the release paper off, I pressed it down lightly, then I noticed some of the petals from the flower were overlapping, so I was able to sort of pick that up with my Take Your Pick tool, which is one of my favorite tools, and I was able to put all of that little flower down. So that's going to be the front of our card, and then I brought in another piece of the Country Woods Designer Series paper. Some people call it pattern paper. Stampin' Up likes to have its own little words. It's like a Stampin' Up dictionary. I'm not exactly sure why they do that, but I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Anyway, I adhered that to that quarter panel of basic white. And then this card is going to be adhered to that quarter panel. So, and it's a nice way if you have sort of a busy paper or a pattern paper that is a little too much to handle. I mean, it does look good the way it is. It can hold its own, this paper, but sometimes you need something to break it up. And this is kind of a really good design. I mean, it's not like a terribly involved fun fold, you guys. But you know, it does its job. It's cute, and I'll show you how to make the bookmark just now. So I adhered that front card to my quarter panel. It says happy birthday, flippy flip. Good. Okay, moving on. 5x5 inch piece of Designer Series paper, folding it in half first, and then in half the other way, so you get quarter folds or quarter scores. Sorry, lips are rented. All right, so putting thgoing and just getting a nice even fold. It's like origami, only different. We're not going to make a beautiful crane. We're going to make a little bookmark. So creasing that sides, and that's the thing, a Designer Series paper is thin, so be cautious. So now I'm going to go just one side point to point. And this is going to create sort of like a little, it's going to open easier for a bookmark. Okay, so there's two squares that don't have the diagonal score in it. We're going to cut one out. I happen to use my trimmer this time. I've known to do my scissors in the past. I'm going to, because it's 5x5, I'm going to go down to 2.5 on that bar, the clear bar on the Stampin' Up trimmer. That's the reason why I like the trimmer, because it has measurements like that, so you can do funky things. And then I'm going to turn it and at 2.5 and mark down to the center. So I'm cutting out 1/4 section. Then on the side that I want to show, I'm going to put adhesive on the one piece that has a diagonal in it, and I'm going to fold the other diagonal in it. So hopefully you're picking up what I've putting down here. So this is double sheet on one side and single sheet on the other. The single sheet I'm going to fold up. I'm going to make a nice little border. I will adjust that as needed, trying to make it square. And then I am going to put a ribbon in there so the recipient of this bookmark fun fold card can take the bookmark on and off with a little ribbon. Super cute. You can omit this if you don't want to, but it does sort of give an interactive feel when that ribbon is on. And that is the new basic beige ribbon. All right, so this is tear tape, which is a really strong tape, and I tend to use it on my box projects and projects that I just need a little extra something. I also put tear tape on both of those edges of the ribbon as well. So now I'm going to adhere everything down, adjusting the fold as I need, and then there's your bookmark. Well, kind of. I got to decorate it. So I'll show you how this works in a second. When you squeeze open the bits, you see that diagonal? That's what's going to help give that little pocket. So I put just Seal Plus on just a little bit of the flap. And I was careful not to go all the way. So here's my little decoration that we made at the beginning. But first, I'm going to put the bookmark on, and then I'm going to cover my flower. So it's all integral. The reason why I did it in these steps is so that when you're done with the final project, it's all done, and that little bookmark is covering the little card, and when they take it off, the card still is pretty, and it says happy birthday, and look, you got a really pretty bookmark for that bookworm. And this could be, I think, both masculine and feminine. So the hip hip hooray that's on the front of the card is driving me mental. So I'm going to fix it right now. Got a little strip of paper, inked it up with Pool Party with my dauber. I daubed on the Misty Moonlight. I put it closer to my eyeballs and my head. You might not see it right in the middle of the screen, but I do. And then I've cut off the excess of that little strip, and all of a sudden we have dimensional adhesive. The only dimensional adhesive I've put on this card is for that sentiment, and it's because the card won't go in the book, but the bookmark will. So I see, I'm thinking with my noggin. All right, put that dimensional adhesive on, and then I'm going to adhere it to the card. So you guys, you can see all the supplies I used today listed below in the videos see more section or in the supplies section of my blog. And those fast links are going to take you to my Canadian online store, where I would love the chance to meet you and earn your business. So thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.